Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly Forex Forecast. Before I start, I would like to invite you for our free event which will be held soon and it will be about the price action. The whole details you will find in the description below this video, or you can click above this video. You will get the link so you can go also directly to our website so you can check more details about this event. Okay, so let's go to our forex pairs, and I still would like to focus on the pairs which we had last time, simply because we had some setups and we had some updates and we can still trade them. AUDCAD is the first pair, and last time we said about possible retracement back to the 36, back to the trend line, and we see that this scenario happened here. Okay, so we didn't have exactly from this point, price went a little bit lower, retrace, bounce, and of course we need to adjust our line simply because MT4 is changing the lines. So if I have this, you will see that this was nice retracement back to the 36 EMA, back to the trend line. Entry would be here, stop loss above the trend line, above the 36, around 40 pips. First target would be hit, second target 120 pips. So it was okay still to take on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, however, this is late setup. We are close to the support, so you have to lower the risk. This was our first good scenario here, and this would be with the nice profits also right now. Yes, with the 80 pips, and we can still trail our stop loss if you enter in this first setup, because this was our first setup to jump in. We could also try to mix this with lower time frames. So let's check quickly if there was something on the 1-hour chart we didn't have. On the 15-minute time frame, price was a little bit in the range, but we see that here we had range. Yes, let me just take this band. Here we had range, and then we get some volatility. Price, of course, was below our trend line, broke all those lows, and we had this setup to enter entry and stop loss above. And pay attention, if you trade on the lower time frames, pay attention to always trend lines if you can draw the line. Okay, because if you can draw the good line with at least 3 touches, what we want to do is to try to draw something. And if, for example, in this case, there was no problem, but if we see situation that we have entry here, but our trend line is, I don't know, a little bit higher on the 15-minute chart or 5-minute, our stop loss should be not above 0.3, but above the trend line. Okay, so keep in mind this if the trend line is nice. In this way, we see that line was exactly close to our retest. This was another retest, so entry, stop loss above this line. Minimum is 10 pips, so we have to put like 10 pips plus spread, so it will be around 11, 12 pips. And we see that this trade works out pretty nice. Right now, we would have around 50 pips profit, so it's 5 times more than we risk. So this is really good. On the 15-minute chart, we can also quickly check 5-minute, but if we had something on the 15-minute, probably we didn't have anything on the 5-minute, but we can just quickly check, and we have also here. Yes, so if you pay attention to this, those are the previous lows. Okay, so our 15-minute chart give us this setup. Okay, so this was 15-minute, and the 5-minute setup was exactly here. Okay, so this was first setup after trend line breakout, after this range breakout. Yes, because this was range on the 5-minute. We see first setup, and here again, if you want to trade on the 5-minute, minimum stop loss is 10 pips plus spread. So you don't want to place stop loss above the 36 and above 0.3 if this is 7 pips. Okay, we need to at least give this 10 at minimum is 10 plus spread, so it will be around 11, 12 pips. So you see, you will be protected in case if price would like to spike this. Yeah, so always remember, yes, minimum is 10 pips. So in this way, if we manage the trade on the above the 36 EMA, probably we would be kicked out somewhere around this area here on the 5-minute. But what you can always do, if you like, if you enter on the 5-minute, you can switch to higher time frames and simply trail your stop loss on the 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, 15-minute. Yes, if you see that there is reason to do this, okay, because if we have potential that price might drop down, why not? Okay, why not? Because then we can get bigger profits. So let's go quickly to weekly chart, and we will see that price is still pushing down. Our next good area of the support, of course, is around this level, but we have some support here. It's pointing down definitely on the weekly chart, so we have possible continuation here. Daily chart also is pointing down. We are close to previous lows, but is pushing down definitely. For our chart, like we said, we are into sell scenario. So right now, retracement and you sell again. Yes, but not on the 4-hour chart. It will be too late. Exactly like I showed you on the 5 or 15-minute. Okay, so in this way, you can trade and you can still get nice profits, or you can wait for the 1-hour chart retracement. And then exactly the same, you can mix 5-minute and 1-minute, not 15-minute chart, because it will be too big. Okay, so if you want to mix 1-hour chart, you can do it with the 1-minute and 5-minute. If you want to mix 4-hour chart, you can do with the 15-minute, also 1-minute, 5-minute, and also 15-minute chart. Okay, so right now sell, and then we will see what to do next, because if price will continue to go down, yes, and we'll reach this level, this will be important situation for us, because we might to see possible bounce and we will have bigger retracement on the daily chart for to the 36 EMA. Okay, so if price reach this 36 will go down, maybe we'll have retracement back to the 36. So this is also how you can trade if price reach this area. Okay, so you can trade in the retracement back to the 36, and then if price makes daily short 1 to 3 back to the 36, we can again try to sell it, target again this. But if price breaks 36, then we are open to go long and try to target extension of this trend line together with the resistance. So this is like a small plan for possible next setups, but of course we will have to first see how price will react. Aussie dollar, US dollar. So we had really good situation last week to trade this. Unfortunately, this was losing trade. Yes, we also took it during our live room. This is normal stuff, guys. Yes, that we will have losing trades. It's normal, but we have to understand if this trade was good or bad, if this was mistake or not. Yes, because this is the most difficult part in trading. Yes, because we also treat losing trade as personal failure, that we did something wrong. But in the trading, it doesn't work like that. Okay, we can still follow our trading plan, follow the rules, everything, but we can still have losing trades simply because market is the living thing. Okay, so but if we have trading journal, then we can say, okay, I did everything with my plan, so this was good trade. So this is not failure. Yes, market simply did something different. So in this way, we have to think. We forget about this trade. We go to another trade. Yes, but if we see that this is mistake, okay, we try to fix these mistakes in the future trades. Okay, so this trade here, you see, we said that we wait for this, and this happened, and 3 stop loss around 0.345 pips. Unfortunately, price didn't go down, yes, but went up. Okay, so we were kicked out. Okay, we go to another trade. So why we wanted to take this trade? Simply because higher time frames were pointing down. We had this rejection of the 36 with the false breakout, and we also said that if we get this, price might continue to go down to retest next support zone, and we had also bounce on the 12 EMA on the weekly chart. So that's why we said about that. But I also said that if we have this trade and this would be losing trade, what we can do, we can wait for bigger retracement on the weekly, which is still possible. Yes. So in this case, our scenario happened. We had entry, we had losing trade. Right now, we have to wait for another possible situation. And what we have here is that price is pointing down. We have support zone. Price is pointing down. What we would like to see is retracement, ideally to this level, together with the resistance area here. And what we can have, bounce, and price will drop and will continue to go down, possibly. Or if we see breakout, we can have trend change and maybe price will go up. So what we do on the lower time frames, let me draw or adjust the line. This is our next resistance, okay? So we can still look for short entries, but we need to change angle of our trend line. Previously we had this, right now we will have that. Okay, so it's almost with the three touches. So basically we would like to wait. Ideally, we would like to wait for this trend line breakout and then short scenarios to target this support zone. Or what we would like to see is simply wait. Yeah, we need to wait for breakout of this, because there is no other thing which we can do, because simply there is no clean situation here. Yes, you see price broke 36 EMA. It looks like a daily long, but this is not exactly daily long, but like a V formation. So it's better to stay away. When price breaks this, we want to trade and go to sell. We can wait for possible, situation here. What we can do, if we like, we can look for short bounce entries around the resistance or around the trend line if we are interested to look for bounces. Okay, so if price will come here, you can look for short entries, target this. In case of the breakout, you have next goal here. So this is what we can do, and right now I would stay away. Okay, because it's difficult to figure it out what we might get. Okay, I just wanted to see and explain what happened here. GBPN is still climbing up. We had some retracement price to jump in on the lower time frames. Only price didn't reach our resistance yet. And let's see what we have on the higher time frames. And we know from the higher time frames that on the weekly chart, price is making a kind of the double top right now. We still have room for the next resistance level, but price, it still has some room to go up. Okay, and then we will see if we have reaction and the retracement to the trend line together with the 36 and the support, or we'll see breakout and price will continue to go up. If we see continuation to go up, we have to find another level of the resistance, and another level of the resistance is up here, but really strong one is here. Okay, so of course this is quite a big distance, around 1,100 pips. So we can leave the resistance which is here also. Yes, in between. So what we have on the daily chart is still pointing up, so it's holding on the 12. So maybe we'll have like a last push to the resistance level, okay, and with the false breakout of this top. So it's still pointing up, so we would like to focus to buy, of course, on the lower time frames. What we see here right now, it's a little bit tricky situation, because we can also sell it. Yes, we can also sell it. How? It's like we have trend line breakout, we have EMA crossover, and we have this short for our chart 1 to 3. Okay, and the price is also making lower lows and lower highs. So basically, it's okay for us setup to sell, but this will be really aggressive simply because price is still holding 12 EMA on the daily chart, and is above the 12 EMA. Okay, so this will be aggressive, but if you trade against, there is reason to do this. I prefer to see another push to this resistance and then try to sell it, but it's still possible to do this right now. Okay, so if we trade intraday, we can go to lower time frames and we can say that we have this line. Yes, this is our trend line. This is our resistance, small resistance area from the 1 hour chart. And also for our chart 36 EMA. Okay, so we have to wait for breakouts of those two areas to look for buy entries and sell entries, but we can do it only on the lower time frames. We cannot do this on the 1 hour chart. We have to go to 15-minute chart, and whenever we have momentum, we can look for buy or to sell. Okay, simply because we are a little bit in this in difficult situation on the higher time frames, and even if price continue to go up, we want to target previous stops. Okay, so this is our goal. The next goal will be that this resistance, but still, if we enter on the lower time frames, price might react somehow here. Yeah, so this is our goal. If we see that price continue to go down, of course, our level of the support is the daily 36 together with this support area. Then in case of the breakout, we have another level of the support, which is here. And then we have trend line and another level of the support. Okay, so we have this, yeah, and basically this is how we can trade GBPN. GBP US dollar, what we said last time is breakout or bounces. Okay, so bounces that didn't work out, unfortunately. Even if this was really good situation to jump in, this was our target, didn't work out, but we had breakout. Yes, we had breakout, and we had first aggressive setup. Let me just show you. Aggressive setup was here because price. Okay, I hope you see everything, but this is aggressive entry stop loss below around 50 pips, and the price moved around 150. So we had this opportunity, or another setup a little bit more conservative, because we were clearly above this. Okay, but it was difficult to jump with the market order because at least at my broker, candle closed here. So it was better to set pending order around this level and then jump in and then waiting for candle. But if you enter with the candle, you see the stop loss is quite big. It's around 65 pips, and there is always problem with target. But if it's okay for you, you can always say, okay, I jump in, I manage this trade fast. If my entry is here, if my target is hit fast, then you just take your stop loss to your entry point, and you are on the break even, and whatever happened, you don't care. Okay, so we had those two opportunities. Bounces unfortunately didn't work out in this way. Price, if you wanted to jump in bounces on the 1 hour chart, you had this candle entry stop loss around 50 pips. Unfortunately, price broke and went up. But this is why we said that bounce is aggressive. But last week I explained exactly the reason why this bounce entry was correct. Okay, so what we have now on the GBP US dollar is that price on the weekly chart is really breaking the 36 EMA. So it looks like we might get momentum for continuation. This is also monthly 1 to 3. Yeah. So I don't want to say anything, but if this is monthly 1 to 3, there is a chance maybe that we will go really high. Anyway, right now we have to pay attention what is on the weekly. So our next big goal is here. It's around 500 pips. So we go to lower time frames to see what we have. And price broke our daily trend line. Yes, so basically reach kind of the resistance area. Why I say kind? Because we have a lot of spikes around many levels, but we have clean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches. So we are already around the resistance. Yes, you see we have spikes here. We have spikes here, also here, and here. So basically this gives us area of the resistance. So the next level of the resistance is a little bit higher, somewhere around this top, but still it's difficult to draw. Another level is here because we have a lot of noise. Anyway, what we can do right now, any retracement is option to go long. Okay, any retracement is option to buy. So daily chart we buy. We can do it on the daily 4-hour chart, 1 hour chart. 4-hour chart right now is bouncing on the 36 EMA. We also have this trend line. So what we can do, we can look for the lower time frame scenarios to jump in, but we need to wait at least to see that price is breaking 36 EMA and is trying to go up. Okay, so after breakout of this, we look for buy entries and we target the previous stop. In case if price would like to go up, we have another way. We have another target. Another way to trade, because price is around the resistance zone, we can trade in the possible retracement to the daily 36 EMA after breakout of this 4-hour chart trend line. Okay, so after bounce, we go long. After breakout, we can try to sell it. Yeah, so this is GBPUSD, and the last one is USDN. USDN, you see our scenario from last week. We said about bounces, late bounces to target resistance or short entries and target daily 36 with the trend line. So we had really nice option. I also post this on our Facebook page. We have 4-hour chart, short 1 to 3 here, entry here, stop loss above it was around 50 pips, target 60, so basically 1-to-1, but we can easily say, okay, if my target is 1-to-1, I will jump in. Yes, I will jump in and I will see if price breaks this. Perfect. If we have hesitation, I can always do a couple things. If my stop loss is here, my target is here first and the second, for example, price stops here, then I trail my stop loss to break even and I have winning trade. Yes, you can always wait to see what price do and then trail stop loss, for example. Yes, so if you still wait, now you have 36 here, so you grab your stop loss and you trail stop loss above the 36 EMA and you just wait. Okay, so you have a couple of things to do with your potential trade. The thing is that we have good trade also here. Yes, and there was reason about that, simply because we were on the resistance. We didn't have bigger retracement to the 36 on the weekly chart, so we could expect that price will do this. Okay, so what we have now, price broke daily trend line. It's pointing down, it's below the 36 EMA, so we can have continuation of this down move to the support or to this trend line. So we can still try to jump in with this setup, which we might to see soon. Okay, so this, and you jump in. Okay, this will be against the weekly chart trade, but this is what we have. Keep in mind that this line is quite important. So if you see that price is, hitting the 36 is, and you have entry here, remember to place stop loss above the trend line. Okay, USDN likes to retest the lines, so it's better to leave the line above the 36, and you sell it. Yes, you can sell it on the 1-hour chart, 5 or 15 minutes. So any option here is good whenever we will see that price is breaking 1-hour chart 36 EMA at least, and then you can switch to lower time frames to jump into sales. Another option is that this might be also false breakout. Yes, this might be just a spike with the false breakout, especially that we are on the 12 EMA on the weekly chart. Yes, and if we have strong trend, you see price like to bounce on the 12. So this might be also false breakout. So you might to get signal here, but it will be losing trade, and then price might give you some signal and then reversal. So if we get reversal, then we can look still for long buy entries after trendline breakout. Okay, so we will just leave this scenario here, long or short entries, and we just wait. Okay, so here long, and you can try to target this next resistance. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me or just leave the comment. I will always answer to it. And again, I would like to invite you for our free event. All details in the description below the YouTube video, or directly in the upper right corner, you will get the link to click and see more details. So thanks a lot, guys. Wish you all a wonderful day and hear you soon. Bye.